Hello, Aquarius. This is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at those. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then go from there. Clarify with various oracle decks. Today I'm using a different tarot deck. It's the Psychic Heart Tarot by John Holland. So they've just got words on them instead of me like really looking at the pictures so much. So let's just see what happens. I got tired of doing the same thing all the time. So the first card that flipped out was Clarity of Belief. So I will look at the pictures a little bit. I feel like that is saying and getting clear, because he's got his hand over his heart, getting clear on what your heart's desire is. And the second one was dedicated effort. Oh, and then putting some dedicated effort into making your heart's desires come out. Okay. Because sometimes we know what we want. Sometimes we don't know what we want. And sometimes things just kind of fall into our laps. And sometimes we can't get it to fall into our lap no matter what. So I feel like in this case, at this point in time, you are getting clear on who you are, what you believe, what you want to have manifest in your life. And you're going to start making a dedicated effort to making it happen. And they say getting clear on what you want is the first thing that needs to happen. Daydreams and decisions. Okay, so that makes me think that you've had some heart's desires, daydreams. You've been thinking about some stuff, and you're making a decision to move forward. So, okay, well, this is coming out to be very much like the Virgo reading, only different cards. Let's see what, I'm going to keep going and see what, I feel like I need that one. Challenging times. Okay, so maybe you've had a tower moment. Perhaps something negative happened and knocked you off your path. And you are looking at what knocked you off your path. Where did the challenging times come from? Did I make that happen? Did I do that myself? Choose your battles. So maybe that challenging time is with another person and you're trying to decide, do I want to, is this a big enough of an issue and not in alignment with who I want and where I'm going? Is this a minor adjustment or is this a major thing? So this could be about going forward with a person in your life, or it could be about removing a person in your life. Once you decide that this person is pretty close to being aligned with who I am and what I want, or after some serious thought, you may realize this person is not in alignment with who you are and what you want. Whatever the case is, you're going to release it to the universe once you kind of figure out what it is, and then let the universe kind of let things play out. And that's a good way to handle that, is decide what you want and then kind of let the universe play it out for you. For example, I had a girlfriend, her and I were not vibing at the same place anymore. The last time I saw her, I remember saying to my guides, please keep her away from me. I didn't necessarily want to have a big ass conversation with her about it. You know, how do you tell somebody, you know, it's hard for me. I mean, there could be some people that this is easier. And it wasn't like I had to have this big discussion of like, I don't ever want to see you again. It wasn't one of those. It was just one of those things of, it felt like we were not in alignment and I just needed some space away from her. And so I basically told my guides, keep her away from me. And I haven't heard from her. I haven't contacted her. And I would say we're going on 3 months, maybe. I don't even know how long it's been. Whatever the case was, the universe did take care of it. Once I got clear at that point, is just like, we're not vibing in the same spot. And I need to have her not in my life right now. But I don't need to cut her out and off completely. So I feel like that's kind of the situation, is like somebody's off. something is off. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a person, maybe it's where you live. Whatever the case is, you're trying to figure out something's not in alignment. You need to get clear on what it is and how far out of alignment it is. And is it a case of, oh my God, I've got to move? Or do I just need to clean and remodel? Or do I need to cut this person out of my life altogether? Or do I just need a little bit of space? Do I need to leave this job altogether? Or do I just need to stay away from this one particular person that pisses me off all the time? This is kind of what the feeling is. So you're getting in alignment just a little bit more in what's going on in your life because you're feeling a little out of joint about something. So what are some of the sticking points about this job, person, location that needs to be looked at that's making you feel out of alignment? So what are some of the sticking points that's causing this misalignment? Gratitude. So maybe you are focusing more on the negative of this person, place, or thing, job, whatever. You're focusing on the negative of it, and maybe that's saying that you need to look more at the positive of, I love this location, I love everything about this house, or I love that person, and that's just the way she or he is, and that's just part of who I'm going to have to deal with that. Or you love the job, but you hate the drive. I don't know. Whatever it is, it feels like what's been going on, and maybe that's part of what's making you out of alignment as you have been focused on the negative part of it, and you need to be focused more on the positive of it. They say nothing is perfect. Absolutely nothing is perfect. And you just have to come to, I feel like I want that card. I pushed it back in. Perseverance is a sticking point. This makes me feel like you are at a point where you really do want to give up on something. And there's a little bit of guilt around that because you feel like you're giving up. And that's a question that you have in your mind is, should I give up on this? Is this really a case of, do I really want to cut this thing, place, person, whatever, job out of my life altogether? Or do I just need to make some adjustments and persevere and keep going with it? It also, I feel like that goes along with the choose your battles. Is this a battle big enough that you need to do something about it? What else is a sticking point right now that is causing you to be out of alignment? Acceptance. Accepting what is. I just realized my TV's still on. I feel like that is a case of accepting what is, and that kind of goes along with nothing is perfect. And that's where you're at right now. It's like, do I want to accept what I don't like about this, or do I need to pick my battle and be done with it altogether? So I would say right now this feels like you are at a crossroads. You are trying to make a decision to stay or go, to move or not move, to leave the job or keep the job, to leave the person or keep the person. You're definitely at a crossroads right now. Balance. Okay, so you're trying to get some balance, so you're feeling a little out of balance. That's where the misalignment is coming in, and something is out of balance. So that's what your sticking point is, because you are out of balance and you're trying to figure out how to get yourself back into balance. So, all right, well, there's two that just flipped out. Trickery. So perhaps, okay, well, there's trickery and the victim card just flipped out. So I feel like at this point in time, you could, well, this could be you or the other person. You or the other person could be playing the victim card. You could be doing the poor me, poor me, poor me, or the other person, or maybe somebody you work with or whatever is doing that, and it's really, really getting on your nerves. So look at that. How does that resonate with you? Who is playing the victim? And you can change yourself if you are playing the victim. You cannot change anybody else. And trickery. So that could be part of the misalignment, is maybe somebody's not on the up and up. Somebody in your life is not being completely honest with you. And maybe you need to dig a little deeper and figure out what's going on. It feels like your intuition is telling you that there's something on the off. Something is off about this. Your intuition is telling you that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to leave, but you could dig into it a little bit more, as long as you're not afraid of knowing the truth. You know, maybe they're not telling you something because they're afraid of how you're going to react. I had a message today. I got a message on one of the readings today that the name of the title was "You Weren't Expecting to Hear That," and someone made a comment that she had been dating somebody and they had talked about having sex and whatever, and she found out yesterday that this person had hepatitis C, and she's like, I'm out of here. So I told her, I said, that person's worst fears probably just came true, and that's why they were afraid to tell you, is because of the way you were going to react. So that could be a case of why somebody would not be on the up and up with you, is if you're going to judge them, if you are going to react negatively, if they tell you their truth. So take a look at that. Are you someone that people can be completely 100% honest with, and you not flip a lid or judge them or cut them out of your life or whatever? So that sometimes is a reason why people will not be upfront. And something else, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libras are all Queen of Swords people. We're air, we're truth speakers, and we can be a little harsh a lot of times in how we deliver our messages. So that could be very intimidating to a lot of people, and they could be afraid to tell you their truth. So that could be where that trickery card is coming in. They're afraid to tell you what's really going on because they're afraid you're going to rip them a new one. Oh, I grabbed these, so apparently I want these. So that's interesting. Well, we'll just do these. So that could be some stuff that's going on. So the next thing I will say is, do I want these cards? No, I don't want these cards. I picked them up. I don't know why I picked them up, but I don't want those cards. So let's say, what can you look forward to if you get yourself in alignment? Whether you know, and it's important to get yourself in alignment. You could be, you're 100% responsible for getting yourself in alignment. And it could just be a matter of shifting the way you think about something, but it also could be getting negative things, places, people, whatever, out of your life. So you're at a crossroads of trying to decide what you need to do. I feel like I want that one. Unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. That would also come along with the gratitude, focusing more on the good, and unconditional love comes along with nothing is perfect. And maybe you've got a little unconditional love issues with yourself and with other people, and maybe that's what's the problem right now, is like you're mad at somebody because they're not perfect. Well, they might be mad at you because you're not perfect. I am fairly certain that there is a large part of my divine masculine that is scared to death of me. So, because I have a mouth on me, and I realize that, and I am much better than I used to be. I'm just going to say that. I speak more love than I do not love, except when I'm doing my readings, because this is where you need the cold, hard facts of truth. And I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm your teacher. Start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. That feels like that is something work related. Well, that could be like relationship related. Maybe you have taken on doing everything. Maybe you have that attitude of like, nobody can do it better than me, so I'm just going to do everything. And in the meantime, you get really frustrated because you feel like you're the one that's doing everything all the time. Well, that's because you don't let anybody else do anything. You don't delegate and say, hey, can you take care of this for me? Can you take care of this and take some stuff off my plate? So think about that. Are you someone who is, this is a Virgo trait too. So you might have large, like a big Virgo in your chart. They are kind of control freaks and they like to do everything themselves because nobody else can do it better. So think about that. Do you have that aspect in your life of where you would just as soon do it yourself because nobody's going to do it as good as you, and that puts more on your plate? That could also make you out of balance. We got the balance card, so that could be causing some imbalance. You're taking on more than you should be when there are other people out there that would be happy to take some things off your plate. What else can you look forward to after you get back in alignment? What else can you look forward to? I went this one and that one. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So it looks to me like you will, once you release some of this stuff and kind of figure out what the issue is it me? Is it them? Is it anything that you can control? Feels like maybe once you kind of get everything in balance and cleared up, you're going to take a leap of faith and move forward on something. Could be some fear holding you back. It could be you do want to start a new job or a new business or whatever, and there's some fear that's stopping you. Be strong. You are stronger than you think, and your strength assures a happy outcome. All right. So it looks like I want one more of these. Some happy outcomes are on its way, perhaps. This one. And true love. Okay, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver a great love to you. So maybe part of this is being completely in alignment. Maybe you do have a person in your life and you need to decide if that person is who is meant to stay in your life, or maybe you guys are so far out of alignment that it's never going to be. But once you do what you need to do and get clear, true love will come into your life. That's nice. Okay, I want one last set of cards here. These are my Ascension cards. So this will be last words from the universe. Anything that got missed in this reading, that the universe would like to tell you. Anything that got missed in this reading that the universe would like to tell you. That one. Take your next step. All right, well. You are getting clear, and you are going to make dedicated effort on getting clear. So, so whatever that next step is, you know what it is. I don't know what it is. You do. I feel like I want that one. Right. That's so funny. I was almost ready to say, journal it out, write it down, figure it out, get it out of your head and onto a piece of paper. So apparently writing it out and getting clear and don't judge what's coming out of yourself, because kind of close your logical mind out and just like write until you get it all out of your system. No one's going to see it but you. And that's kind of when the truth comes out, is when you can write it all out and you can see what's going on. I've decided this morning, on my list that I wrote of things that I need to do, is I need to write a list of things that frighten me about going into relationship with my twin. I'm scared to death that he is going to never compromise. And so I'm like, I'm going to write all this stuff out so I can get clear in my head what's holding me back. Let's get a couple more of these. So I want that one. Breathe and become aware. I feel like that is, our bodies will tell us when we are out of joint, out of alignment, when something is off. So I feel like that is a case of you are getting more and more clear. And I feel like your body has been telling you you've been out of alignment for a while. And that's why you have come to the conclusion of, I need to make dedicated effort to figure out why my stomach hurts all the time. Why am I having these headaches? Why is this happening? Why do I feel like something is off? And getting to the bottom of it. And I feel like that coming into awareness is what you are on your mission to do. Personal development. You know, anytime you're trying to get more aware and figure your shit out, it is personal development. So, all right, that is it. I will see you guys middle of August and talk to you later. Bye.